Hello and welcome back into CENTEX Sports Network. Jalen Gillis here live from Big 12 Media Day. Still joined here by Rocky Miller as we have another Baylor player in the building with us, Mr. Omar Aigbedion. Omar, what's going on, man?
Not much, not much. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
No problem, no problem. Well, Omar, your Baylor Bears, man, they've been getting a lot of attention coming into this Big 12 Media Day and this coming into this upcoming season. What can we expect out of this Baylor team this upcoming season, man?
You can expect a team that has a lot of energy, a lot of fire, and a team that is going to play for each other and is going to play to the final whistle this year.
You guys had a lot of guys that made the Big 12 all preseason All-American team, man. Talk a little bit about just the culture that you've seen since you've been here. I know you transferred over from Montana State, I believe. You transferred into this. But what is kind of the culture you've seen of a lot of these guys these last few years?
Right. The culture since I got here has definitely been changing. I've noticed a lot more hungry people, a lot of people that believe that we can be successful. When I came in, we were coming off a 3-9 season, and now sitting here, we're coming off a pretty good season. Not great, but pretty good season, you know. So I kind of just, I feel the team start to believe, right? Sometimes I feel like at the beginning of the season, we could get down and they'd be like, oh, here we go again, before we had that six-game winning streak. But, yeah, I just feel like there's a new confidence with this team, a new belief. And, yeah, I'm excited for y'all to see that in the fall.
Omar, one of the things that in looking over your bio, I saw that you played at Katy.
Right.
Right? Winner.
Yes, sir.
Montana State.
Yes, sir.
Winner.
Yes, sir.
Do you think you add a aspect to this winning culture that you can build upon?
Right.
Because you haven't had you had a lot of success in high school.
Right.
A lot of success in college.
Right.
And what Baylor is on the brink of, they could be really special.
Right.
How do you think what you bring will add to that?
I think I bring a guy who plays with a lot of physical, a lot of physicality, but I also bring, a lot of emotion to the game. I love the game of football. I love my teammates, and I feel like, my play and my effort and the things I say represent that. And, yeah, besides that, winning culture, it's hard to win the game of football. It's very difficult. And, just having a lot of winning in my past, it's all come from, great teams and being parts of groups that, just love to work hard, and I see that in this Baylor unit.
So, and let me ask you this: what kind of, you were already at a winning program. You probably could have stayed in Montana State and won big, probably even won an FCS championship or something like that. What made Baylor an attractive spot for you to transfer into and contribute to?
Right. Well, first of all, it's close from home. It's right in the middle of mom and dad, and this was a perfect spot, for both of them to come see me play. On top of that, Baylor's at a higher level than I was playing at before. And then, in addition to that, Coach Aranda and Coach Bav, when I was coming in, they were so honest with me. They shot me straight up. They told me they were looking for an inside lineman, and that I had everything they were looking for, and Baylor had everything I was looking for. It was a perfect fit.
Now, this is a question that don't usually get asked, right?
Right.
But I'm going to ask you because I'm Rocky, and this is CENTEX Sports.
Okay, go ahead.
How big a factor did the bag factor into you coming to Baylor?
Right. Baylor's money was very competitive with every other school. I was getting recruited by some schools in the SEC, some in the Big 10, others in the Big 12. Baylor was very competitive. Besides that, I don't really want to say too much more on that, but Baylor definitely is fighting hand to hand with the bigger schools. So.
But I understand, Omar. You said something very important. I hope that my children always remember this as well. Right in between mom and dad, you want to be close to your parents,
right?
And money can't make up for that, can?
No.
And you went out to Montana State and made a name for yourself, and I believe you deserve to come back at home and play in front of your folks each and every Saturday, man. And I'm so glad you're here in Waco.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was an honor being on y'all show.
Yeah, Omar, last question before we get you out of here. One, you say you're from Houston, man. I feel like they got some of the best food in the city. What's a food spot you go to as soon as you touch back down to Houston that you have to go to? And then second, who are some of the guys that Omar has on your pregame playlist, man, when you're trying to get in the zone?
Okay, first thing, the first place we're stopping at is Joy Love Burger.
Okay.
It's almost O-line heaven. They got massive burgers for good prices. You got a whole bunch of good sides, and you get a healthy portion. So I'll definitely say Joy Love Burger. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. And then who's on my playlist? I'm going to say a little bit of young boy. I don't really like the super crazy. I like the more mellow vibe when he has that.
I feel you. I feel you.
Recently, I've been listening to Key Glock.
Okay.
He dropped a new album, which I really liked. G Herbo.
Okay, Herb.
If y'all know who that is.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He's been doing his thing. And then I'll give you one more, Benji Bluebills. I don't think the average audience knows who that is, but he's up and coming.
Okay, Benji Bluebills. We're going to have to listen to I didn't know that last one. I knew all the other guys.
That out, yeah,
hey, I knew all the other guys he named, so he got good taste. Omar, I appreciate you coming on here with us, man, and good luck on the season, this upcoming season for Baylor.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Thank you, Omar. Appreciate it, brother.
We'll be back here on CENTEX Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.